Welcome to At Health and Wealth. Do you find yourself watching Netflix instead of cleaning your home? Comfort eating instead of doing a workout? Looking out of the window instead of writing that report or email? Is procrastination familiar? You're not alone. Procrastination is common. It's estimated that about 85% of people procrastinate, and 20% are chronic procrastinators. Procrastination has a big impact on productivity and often determines when and how long it takes you to start and finish tasks. As a result, procrastination and stress are often closely linked by creating deadline pressure, undermining self-esteem, reducing confidence, and ultimately not achieving your targets. The cycle is as follows. Procrastination leads to stress, which leads to low productivity, which in turn leads to more stress. The procrastination low productivity cycle negatively impacts mental and emotional well-being and prevents you from being the best version of yourself. But how to stop procrastinating and reduce stress? We'll present 8 ways to stop procrastination. You can try all of them, use one or combine several. Different approaches might work for different tasks. Experiment and see what works for you. Make sure you stick around. Towards the end of the video, there is an additional bonus of quick solutions. Number 1. Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. The main idea of this approach is that you need to stop overthinking and start doing. You need to overcome the obstacle of fear, laziness, hesitation, overanalyzing. Here's how it works. The moment you catch yourself hesitating, whether it's starting a project, making a decision, or taking a risk, you count down from 5 to 1. And when you hit 1, you take an immediate action. By counting down and acting quickly, you interrupt negative thought patterns and build momentum towards your goals. It's a simple yet effective tool to combat procrastination and cultivate a bias towards action. You can use it anytime. For example, to get out of bed in the morning or start a difficult conversation. Number 2. Set realistic goals and break them down. People are more likely to procrastinate if the task is overwhelming or daunting. Do not put too many things on your daily to-do list. Assess the required time, prioritize, and assign yourself the tasks accordingly. It's recommended to not have more than 4 tasks on your daily to-do list, as more will leave you overwhelmed, decreasing the chances of completion. Break down the goals in small steps to make things easier. Also, accept that what you do doesn't have to be perfect. Focus on progress. Avoid perfectionism, as it often gives us fear and reluctance to start doing things, and this is where procrastination often comes from. Number 3. Ease into its approach. Do something small. Just start. Trick yourself. I'll just do a bit. Try this and then I can stop. For example, with cleaning. Clean a small section, 1 sink, 1 shelf. Chances are you'll like the result and decide to clean something else as well. With writing a report or studying, write or read 1 sentence. Then you'll possibly decide to write or read a bit more, and then even if you stop, it'll be easier to resume work after a break because you've already started. You are on your way. You've done something, and the task has become less daunting. With fitness, just start moving a bit. Say to yourself that you'll do an exercise snack or simply move your body, and then you'll get into the swing of it and will decide to do more. The object in motion stays in motion. You'll build momentum. Number 4. Know your why and visualize success. Keep reminding yourself what your goal is and why you must take certain steps. Willpower is not always sufficient. You need to understand the importance of your actions and negative consequences of inaction. Visualize success of achieving your goal. Do you really want it? Your goals and future success can propel you forward, motivate, overcome fear, and make you start doing things. Number 5. Realize the danger of self-imposed stress and understand the importance of keeping promises to yourself. Procrastinators may experience self-imposed stress due to guilt or anxiety about not starting or completing tasks. This internal pressure can be as stressful as external deadlines. The fear of not achieving your goals or not completing the tasks can cause significant stress. Keep promises to yourself. It'll make you feel better, lighter, and knowing this is a powerful way to stop procrastinating. Think about how you'll feel when you do keep a promise to yourself. As they say, the pain of discipline is better than the pain of regret. True confidence is when you trust yourself to see things through to completion. Number 6. Create earlier deadlines. Say to yourself that you need to finish your task earlier than the official deadline or leave the house earlier than necessary not to be late. You possibly won't fully comply with the new deadline, and if you do, that's great, you'll reduce your pre-deadline stress. But you are still likely to finish earlier than the actual deadline and in a less hurried way, which means less stress. As a famous saying goes, if you shoot for the stars, you'll at least hit the moon. Number 7. Do something else. This works if you have many things that you procrastinate on and you do one instead of the other. But be mindful of priorities and time constraints. Do things that actually need to be done. The next advice, covered in number 8, has a similar technique, but ultimately could be more productive. Number 8 is suggested by Professor Andrew Huberman. Do something that is more difficult. Start doing something that is more difficult than your current task. After you do this for a bit, your current task that you've been procrastinating on will feel better, easier, and you'll be happy to start doing it instead. Andrew Huberman is even suggesting to do a cold plunge as a more difficult task. Cold exposure can work as well, but please be safe. In our experience, you can trick your brain by merely suggesting to yourself a more difficult task, and this will be enough to quickly go and do the required task you are procrastinating on. So it works even without having to start on a more difficult task. Go figure. In addition to these 8 ways, there are quick bonus approaches that could work as useful tools. Eliminate distractions. Mute notifications. Put your phone in another room. Even putting it in a drawer, away from eyesight, helps. Use time-blocking apps and techniques, for example the Pomodoro technique. Have an accountability partner. You'll try to step up and complete more. Use apps where you can see your daily achievements and task completion. This is visual accountability to yourself. Who doesn't like to tick a box on the to-do list? Develop routine, or move to a different location to break the monotony. Both can work in different circumstances. Both consistency and change can help you start and finish your task. Use the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately rather than put it off. Use get to. Not have to approach, which implies gratitude for the tasks we need to do, and that we have a body to exercise, a home to clean, a job to work at. Choose gratitude, and it'll be easier to start and finish tasks. It's important to analyze the reasons why you procrastinate, learn from them, and change your future behavior accordingly. Remember, overcoming procrastination is an ongoing process, and different strategies work for different people and tasks. Experiment with these suggestions and tailor them to fit your individual preferences and needs. Let us know in the comments what resonated with you and what approaches you would like to try. We wish you all the best in overcoming procrastination, in achieving your big and small goals. And if you don't have the defined goals yet, check our video about the 4 best return on investment habits that can improve your life. If you found this video useful, please subscribe to be notified about our next videos. Finally, and as always, good luck!